YouTuber Gabi DeMartino responds to backlash for posting a childhood video of herself on OnlyFans.
Gabi DeMartino's apology to her OnlyFans scandal is terrible. Today I'm going to be talking to you guys about Nikki DeMartino commenting on her sister Gabi's scandal.
So basically today we're going to be talking about another influencer being stupid to say the least.
We're once again talking about Gabi DeMartino and this entire OnlyFans situation.
Actually, I was going to talk about the influencers during COVID, but Gabi DeMartino decided that she wanted to do this fuck shit. So here I am talking about it.
On to the next terrible and emotionally draining topic, which is even worse actually. Gabi DeMartino.
So there's a YouTuber named Gabi DeMartino.
The first thing that we should talk about today is this very strange Gabi DeMartino situation. So if you're unfamiliar with Gabi like I was before this popped up on my radar,
Gabi DeMartino herself has crossed the line, if you ask me.
Never in a million years did I think something that I thought was so innocent could be looked in such an ugly way, and I think that's where the problem lies. I realized I'm so disattached with reality that it didn't even cross my mind that this could be viewed like this, and that's a serious issue. It's not funny, it will never be funny, and it's not okay.
Yeah, that is right. It's just not okay. Hey guys, I am Blossom. Today we're diving into everything wrong with Gabi DeMartino and why she should not be canceled. So let's get into part one and we'll start with the incident. It all started with OnlyFans. I'm sure you've heard it by now, but if you haven't, OnlyFans is a website or an app, whatever it is. It is a social media platform where influencers or really anyone could go on there and basically charge who's ever willing to pay for a photo of whatever their heart desires, but not wherever their heart desires, because not child pornography. So Gabi DeMartino, when she first announced, because I had followed her on social media, and when she first announced that she had an OnlyFans, you know, the first thing that popped into my mind was, this ain't good. Like, you know what I mean? It's because there's always seems to be a scandal of some sort. Like, I remember there was a scandal with her on TikTok, you know, with the income challenge.
And I think this is really funny. I'm not bothered in any way.
I'm a YouTuber.
I'm a secretary.
Here we go. About $9,000 a week.
Like $50 to $100 a week.
$350 to $400 a week for a personal chef.
50 on groceries.
$1,500 mortgage. Not bad.
Mine's $1,200, so apartment.
Lincoln Aviator 2020.
Kia Rio 2013.
Prada.
Michael Kors.
Yeah. Neiman Marcus, Burberry, and Bath and Body Works.
Forever 21. Woo!
So, I'm gonna have to agree with Gabi on this one. The only reason why I put this scandal in the video, in the segment, to make a point, like, why did she get an OnlyFans? Because she's always in some type of scandal. Like, whether it is her fault or not, like, I don't know, just, it happens. With this video in particular, with the whole income challenge, she ended up actually deleting her TikTok. I don't know if it's back up or not, I don't really know, but from my understanding, the TikTok was deleted because of the income challenge. The friend in the video said, the first thing the friend said was, she's not bothered. So I don't think anyone else should. I mean, come on, it's her friend. So I just felt like people were overreacting with that and they just need to move on. I remember there was a scandal where she was like, this is how I have fun, with her boyfriend Colin on TikTok, and people didn't like the fact that she was wearing like a cross necklace while joking about like having sex with her boyfriend. Ooh, there was even a scandal with her and her sister. I'm a twin, by the way, so I understand those scandals, but you know, we're not like famous or anything, so it doesn't get publicized. Anyhow, Monday, the 30th, November 30th, she was teasing like a little caption on Twitter saying, hey guys, like, I'm gonna put something on my OnlyFans page, something along those lines. And the caption was, won't put my panties on. And it was for $3. Girl, her fan base is kids, so you're thinking $3, not so much. But when you have a lot of kids who fake about their ages and all that jazz, you know, $3 can add up quick. In the video that Gabi allegedly was trying to show to people, everything here is allegedly, okay? In this video, Gabi seems to be 3 to 6 years of age. Either way, she's a minor. And at some point you hear the grandma say, "Put your panties on." And the dad is filming and he starts laughing because he realizes that Gabi doesn't have any underwear on. And so then Gabi, in some point in this 30-second video, flashes the camera. So she thought that would be a really great video, 30-second clip to send to her fans. A minor. The first problem with this is that she thought it was okay, a great idea. Like her brain processed this to post it, to be like, oh, hey, this would be funny. That is the number one problem. It's really concerning that she doesn't have I know she has a team, so it's really concerning that she wouldn't just, hey, should I post this? This is a great idea. Like someone near her needs to. The second problem is that she sold it to people who didn't even know what they were buying. Mind you, and I can't stress this enough, a lot of her subscribers are kids. And the thing is that the third problem is that OnlyFans, it's for seductive photos, you know what I mean? Obviously there's people out here in these streets who will post, you know, whatever it is that they post without taking off their clothes, but there is mad people on here. Like, listen, when Bella Thorne, oh my gosh, that song.
Bitch, I'm Bella Thorne, bitch, I'm Bella Thorne, bitch, I'm Bella Thorne, bitch, I'm Bella Thorne.
No, I'm sorry, I'm not monetizing this video, so I might as well have fun with copyrighted music. And I have to laugh at this because this is just depressing to talk about. No, but seriously, you have people like Bella Thorne, all of these celebrities, and people just like, you know, maybe your next door neighbor who are on here taking pics of themselves, which is totally fine, do you? But this is like adult content. This is like Playboy ×5, you know what I mean? Like, this is like pay-per-view, Playboy, the 21st century. Are we still in the 21st century? It's not for kids. And what kills me the most is that this just opened the door to pedophiles. This just opened the door to be like, oh, now we know OnlyFans, they don't really check your photos. And what's up with that OnlyFans? Like, OnlyFans, y'all need to have a bigger staff. I don't know, maybe take I don't want to say take a bigger percentage of other people's photos, but what I am saying is like, y'all need to have something in place because, you know, this is not okay. And the very fact that it was on OnlyFans, like if it was on any other platform, I'm not saying it's all right. I'm not saying it's all right at all. But the fact that this website is designed for just adult content, this website is designed for it's equivalent to like your adult video store of what you would see, and you would put a photo or a video clip, 30-second video clip like that. So now we've established what the incident is, we've established what the problem is. Now we're going to look at the disattached patterns, because there are things that Gabi either does or posts that she just thinks that's funny, and it's just not. It's not.
And I think that's where the problem lies. I realized I'm so disattached with reality that it didn't even cross my mind that this could be viewed like this.
On July 6, 2018, on the Nikki and Gabi channel, they came out with a video called My Sister Got Arrested. If you don't know, Gabi has a twin named Nikki, so they have a channel together, and that channel is huge, and then they each have their own individual channels as well. Just a little backstory real quick. The sisters are doing a Q&A, and Gabi shares that she was arrested. It's the thumbnail of the video, and long story short, she was intoxicated one night, and her friends are in the back of a vehicle, and Nikki, Gabi's sister, and Nate, which is Nikki's boyfriend, are in the front of the vehicle. And so Gabi and her friend, who are in the back seat, decide, since the windows are all nice and foggy, they're really feeling themselves, really intoxicated, decided it was a really great idea to write I miss my mom. That's what Gabby wrote. And her friend wrote, help me. So the driver that's in the back of who's driving behind them thinks that, oh my gosh, these kids, they must be like, you know, there's child trafficking, sex trafficking going on. So the responsible driver in the back of them decides to call the police. So the police come, the girls were just joking around. It was a joke, you know, and right? Let's laugh. That's really funny. It's a joke. So Gabby ends up getting arrested with her friend, and then Nikki and Nate end up being able to walk away. And I want you to pay attention to when she's at the courtroom. We can see how bothered she is by her actions.
My drunk ass thinks it's so funny to write, I miss my mom on the foggy window. And it was raining outside, so I wrote, I miss my mom. And my other friend wrote, help me.
Let's just put it this way, Gabby learned her lesson. She's been dealing with court cases, hearings, fines.
So I'm currently at the courthouse. Nikki looks all dressed up. She's ready to sit there and watch her criminal sister be convicted in court.
Okay, so if you watch this full video, she talks about ARD, which is the Accelerated Rehabilitation Disposition Program. And she really talks about how it takes like 2 years and all that jazz. And girl, I looked this up. Basically, this gives violent first-time offenders an option for expungement of the charges brought against them upon successful completion of rehabilitation and supervision. And I checked because I was curious, you know, if she gets charged for this, she may not, you know, but if she does end up getting charged for this, honestly, I think OnlyFans should be getting in some trouble too. They should really be looking over all the photos before they are sold, if you ask me. My opinion. If she got charged for this, I was wondering if her record would be unexpunged, you know what I mean? Because sometimes these programs are like, you know, if you commit a crime again or whatever, then now your record is no longer expunged. But I was checking and it seems to be that you have to commit the same exact crime. I mean, I'm no attorney, but that's what it seems like the case. So she may be in the clear for that, you know? Don't take my word for that, but it seems to me that you have to complete like the same thing. Anyways, moving on. It just seemed like, as you guys saw the clip, she was clearly making fun of the joke. I don't think that sex trafficking is okay. Why do you think those cops charged them? Do you think they thought it was funny to write, help me? And I know she said her friend wrote, help me, but then she wrote, I miss my mom. So what message are you sending when you write, help me on the back of a car and she recorded it, thought it was funny? Like, I don't understand these things because you can see what seemed to be like a Snapchat thing that she wrote, I miss my mom, help me. Yeah, you're damn right you should have gotten charged for that because that's not okay. And the fact that she's still at court filming and like, oh, my conviction, you know what I mean? Like, and I get it, that was probably for code for, yeah, this is getting expunged, so it's whatever. But the fact that you're joking about that, that's not okay. That tells me you did not learn anything. Another disattachment pattern would have to be when she makes fun of the homeless man. Like, you know, don't get me wrong, the feet is the video.
Get a water, and there is this like hobo guy in there, and his feet smell so bad. Like, I was literally just getting a straw to put in my macchiato, and I smell something terrible, and I look around and I'm looking for what smells really bad. I'll insert the picture here. There was a hobo right next to me, and his feet were like growing out of his sandals, and there was mold in between them, and he smelled like ass.
It was disgusting. However, I would never do something like that. I mean, this is a real human being who can't afford a shoe, you know, walking into a coffee shop because someone most likely gave him money so he can get that. This is not something to publicize. I mean, you are an influencer, and maybe you don't need to influence. Maybe she doesn't need to, but I know she wants to share, and I'm all for it, except when it's you making fun of others. It's when you it's when you don't realize, look, this man is probably going to be sleeping in a homeless shelter on the streets tonight, and all you can do is pull out your phone, and obviously this is an old video on Snap, but make a Snapchat about it and laugh about it. not okay. I don't understand her behavior to make fun of things. That's just not funny. Or if you want to make fun of things, why do you feel like you need to post it for everyone in these streets to know? Why not send it to your best friend, this, that, Heather, and that? You know what I mean? Like, why is it? Because then all that does is just make you look even more of a worse person, you know? Like, and I'm not trying to come for her. This is not what this is about, because there is part 2, but this is part 1, and part 1 is me relating to those comments. Now, those comments are horrible. We'll get to that soon. But I want it to be known that she just has this pattern of finding things that are funny, not funny. Finding things that are a joke, not a joke. And now before we go to part 2, we gotta hit one more section, and that is, does she even have common sense? And you guys may think I'm being like comical, and I'm not. Does she know the difference between what is really right, what is wrong? Has she just been in this bubble, this shelter her whole life where she just does not know? So, you know, I watched a ton of her videos, you know, over the past 48 hours. And I pulled up 3 videos that really gives me like the evidence I need to be like, okay, does this chick know, you know, like this is right and this is wrong?
Innocent could be looked in such an ugly way, and I think that's where the problem lies. I realized I'm so disattached with reality that it didn't even cross my mind that this could...
April 1st of 2018, she posted up a video on Fancy Vlogs, which is her own channel, not the Nikki and Gabi channel, where she titled the video, Girl Caught Stealing at Sephora.
I'm in Sephora right now. I have a story time after I leave the store. Holy shit. Oh my gosh. So the lady in purple, we caught stealing in Sephora, and we told the workers. We'll see what happens. They're all on their walkie-talkies in there, and they thanked us for telling them, but I'll have an in-depth story time.
You felt really bad about it, and you took it upon yourself to let the salespeople know that, hey, this girl is stealing, so you know stealing's wrong. We've established that. Now, December 16th, 2016, she titled a video, Where I Would Go When I Cheated.
Guys, so Colin and I are at the location where we're taking pics. This is the spot where he and I would go hang out when we were like forbidden and we had other people in our lives. This is the spot where we would come hang out. I don't know if you guys remember the video where I was like saying I'm a cheater, this and that. Like, this is the spot where I would meet up with Colin.
So she has no problem acknowledging, hey, I cheated. You know what stealing is, you know what cheating is, you talk about cheating and freely, you know, and you do you know, you're inviting us into your life, and I do respect that and appreciate that, but this part of the segment is to really understand if you know between right or wrong. So clearly you know stealing is wrong, you know cheating is wrong, you know lying is wrong. Let's go to, oh yeah, the Victoria's Secret one. Now, November 8th, 2019 of last year, she basically, this was kind of weird. Watch it.
First got to Victoria's Secret. They have all their new holiday fragrances, and I sprayed myself and I smelled it, and it's thank you next. So we're gonna put this to the test.
Next? Like, it smells familiar. It's really like exactly next. Exactly. I was thinking.
I'm confused. I'm conflicted. Is that even allowed? Are people even aware?
There's a reason why I showed you this, but first I wanted to really get into that clip real quick because when I was editing, I was kind of bored. So I did look, and by the US law, I did not see any copyright laws on this matter. You know, feel free to call me out, but I looked and I couldn't really see any. And then I looked into the whole claim. In 1999, Victoria's Secret came out with their perfume, Dream Angels, and then they brought it back on the shelves. So the argument can be made that they probably put it back on the shelves because it smelled like Thank You Next. I don't know. But anyways, my whole point of showing you this is to really look at her morals, because this to me is like, hey, this company is copying this company. I'm not saying that's true, but that's what the video is about. So she's saying this is morally wrong. So bringing it back to this, she knows that stealing is wrong, cheating is wrong, lying is wrong. She knows her morals. She knows things that are morally wrong. Look at all these videos. I truly believe that on some level, Her putting up a naked clip of herself to sell to her fans on OnlyFans for $3, at some level, I truly believe that Gabi DeMartino knew it was wrong. Now, did she know just how wrong it was? I don't think so. Because I think she does a lot of stupid shit, if I'm just being honest with you. So I think she didn't know just how wrong it was, to sum it up. Now let's go into part 2.
Or how ugly I am, and there's multiple likes on those comments, then I'm gonna go to bed thinking, well, maybe I am ugly.
Initially, I was very nervous to talk about this topic because I don't see a lot of people talking about this.
Cancel culture, I think, is complex. I mean, it's complex because humans are complex.
We're so willing to cancel people, and cancel culture is just so prevalent within our society. I think that's the most toxic thing that I'm seeing today.
A lot of people say that they would like to see this creator change, but once they change or release an apology, it's always not good enough.
All a person is trying to do is make sure you see it from their perspective. And when people are arguing, nobody is hearing anybody because people are speaking emotionally. Like, you're unable to hear things objectively, you're unable to listen in anybody else's perspective. And so that's where it becomes toxic.
I don't think it's appropriate in most situations to think that someone should just end their career, move into the forest, live in complete solitude, and that's it. Be done and over with, and hide from the rest of the world.
We talk so much about mental health and how important it is, and how we have to remember that mental health is just as important as physical health, and then to discard people at the first sign of something we dislike. The two don't marry very well to me.
And then sitting back and just watching what unfolds, I don't think that's contributing well to society at all.
Oh, no one has a monopoly on toxic ideas.
I think that's what we all should want, no? Like, isn't that the best case scenario? That someone did something not so good in the past and is now becoming a positive person? Isn't that best case scenario? Isn't that what we want?
Cancel culture. A lot of people really view it as celebrities or YouTubers or just people in the public eye basically facing repercussions for their actions. Now, girl, there is no way I am justifying anything that Gabi DeMartino did. But what I am saying is that cancel culture ain't it. Can you imagine waking up in the morning, seeing all these replies of everyone telling you that you're canceled, you're done? These comments, I don't understand why anyone would want to be the reason why someone would not want to wake up the next day. I don't want to be the reason why someone decides, hey, I don't want to live anymore. I don't want to be the reason why someone is I'm depressed, I don't want to get out of the bed. I don't want to be the reason why you hate your life. And I get it. Your actions have consequences. I totally get that. But why would anyone want to be a part of someone's depression? Why would anyone want to be a part of someone's mindset to just not get out of bed? Like, I can't do that. Now, maybe other people out on these streets can, and I get it because they're justifying, pedophilia, they're justifying all this stuff, and I understand those things are not okay. But what is also not okay is people just attacking people. And one can argue, oh my gosh, Blossom, you're making this video, you're attacking her. No, I needed to make that first part because, what Gabi DeMartino did was wrong. I am not justifying it. But what I am saying is cancel culture is wrong too. Girl, cancel culture messes with mental illnesses. The cancel culture telling someone that they're done, that they're canceled, that they're not good enough, that, imagine someone telling you, you are canceled. You don't matter. You are done. You don't exist. You're canceled. The words we say to people matters. And you know what's so funny? It's like when she didn't have an apology video, people were like, Gabi, you better make an apology video, because if I'm being real, her response I did not like whatsoever. But that also was kind of like evidence that she didn't really realize the severity of what she did. I was like, okay, she just doesn't get it. But then when the girl makes apology video, people are literally dissecting it and attacking it. It's like you're damned if you do, you're damned if you don't. Gabi DeMartino is 25. She's an adult. So if she has to deal with the law, then that's something that she's just gonna have to deal with. But I think as human beings, we shouldn't be putting each other down in this way. I mean, when it rains, it pours. Why do we need to pour? It's already raining at her house, so we don't need to be pouring in that. And it's crazy because we all have skeletons in our closet. Now, are we doing like dumb shit like this? Most likely not. It's always like after someone, commits suicide, and I'm not saying she's even in that mental state because I don't know her at all. Those comments, I can't see how anyone is just not in some horrible mental state. I can't see how, after she's realized actually the severity of her actions, I can only imagine the mental state that she's in. So it brings me back to, it's always when you hear about people on TMZ committing suicide, or you hear about people doing this and that and the other, then everyone comes out of the woodwork and they're always like, oh my gosh, guys, if you need me, text me any single time you're having negative thoughts. And that's, now is the time when someone is going through a scandal like this, regardless of if they're right or if they're wrong. If someone's doing this, the right thing as a human being is not to attack them. The right thing as a human being is not to literally kick them and punch them when they're already on the ground, dead in the damn grave. That's not the right thing to do. So I say, yes, everything wrong about Gabi DeMartino, but I also say why she shouldn't be canceled is because of this very reason. She is a human being like the rest of us. And no, did I F up like that? No, but I am sure I made some effed up mistakes. I'm sure people out in these streets, all those commenters made some effed up mistakes. That's not over freaking news. That's not over E! News is reporting. It's not over the internet. It's not over TV, or I don't know if it's on TV or not. I don't have cable. So I think it's so hypocritical too for people to just the comments and what they say, and to check some people. I don't ever want to get it confused that, oh my gosh, Blossom's defending a pedophile. No. I'm defending a human being and their right to really acknowledge their situation, reflect on that shit, and deal with the consequences without being attacked by others, without being told that your life does not matter. That's what I'm defending. Ooh, sorry if I just got so mad angry, but girl, looking at all those comments, like, it's not even directed towards me, and I'm emotionally like distraught. And the last thing I wanted to say, or the second to last thing I wanted to say, because I need to conclude it all. I wanted to say that just looking at her social media stuff, and I genuinely believe this is a girl who has a lot of growing up to do, but I believe she's not a bad person. I think she does not think before she does a lot of the things that she chooses to post or do. I believe that just even looking at like even over quarantine and stuff, you know, she had a lot of like GoFundMe pages. She was involved in a lot of charities, and I remember one of them being like autism. And I'm the type of girl, like while I'm washing my face, I'll just have the stories playing. I'll lean my phone against the mirror in my bathroom and have the phone playing stories and stuff. So I do recall seeing things of her trying to raise money for charities and things like that. I'm also not saying that, oh my gosh, people who do charities are great people, because actually I truly believe that people who make you know that they're doing charities or not, but she was like raising money and things of that nature. I genuinely just believe, girl, from like watching a bunch of the content within the past like 48 hours and previous, because I watched her content before, I've honestly just come to the conclusion that I think this girl got a shit ton of reflecting to do. I honestly believe that she did not realize the severity of her actions, because she's probably thinking in her head, oh, well, it's me. I think she's a person who effed up in the most extreme possible way as possible. But I am also not a cruel person. I'm not going to cyber bully her. And I think us as human beings should try to practice to not attack each other when we're already down. She's not canceled in my book. I don't think she should delete her YouTube. Her YouTube is her job. I think all the work that she's done over the years should not be abandoned or neglected because of this incident. I think that whatever happens with the law happens with the law, but overall, I'm not here to attack anyone. I don't want to attack her. I really do hope that things work out in the best and that she's actually learned her lesson from this. And, you know, I just don't believe in cancel culture. I think it's stupid shit. I will never tell someone that their life does not matter. And if you choose, whatever you choose to believe, it's what you choose to believe. But I felt like making this video to just really put it out there that what we say matters. Oh my gosh, guys, thank you for watching this. Like I said, I've never done a video like this before. I just was very passionate about it because I hate cancel culture, if you can't tell. But thank you guys for watching. If you liked what you saw, press that like button, and I will see you on the next video. Bye, guys.